mom wanted to put a camera on the back patio. I'm like, great. I'm good at research. I can tell you what camera to buy. Just give me some information on what you want. I want Ring or WYZE. Okay, well that narrows it down a little bit. I'm like, I have the basic Ring plan, so you only get one camera. So I'm like, well, I do need a doorbell because it works, but it's only 1080. It's crappy. It's not dual band. It's not. It's old. It's been around the block. So Ring does have bundles for like $150 for a 1556p doorbell, the newer one, Ring Doorbell Plus, which is great. And then you get the Ring Sticker Camera Pro. But I'm like, wait, the Plus doorbell is 1556p, and the Pro Sticker Cam is still 1080. That's the first problem. Second problem is that basic plan. You can only do one camera, so you have to upgrade the plan. Right? My mom's like, I want the bright lights that come on when people walk by. I'm like, you can't get that. That's for wired. You can't wire or mount anything at a condo here. So I'm like, that's not an option. I'm like, Ring makes them, but they're 300 lumens and they're useless, and you're gonna pay $60 extra to get a crappy little light on the side of your Ring, which is not gonna do anything. I had to explain to her it's 2024. You don't need lights at night to see people. This is not the 80s or 90s. So between the Cyber Monday deals and trying to figure out Pro, Plus, Basic, WYZE, Ring plans, and then trying to explain technology to old people, my brain is wrecked. And then it's only today deals, so you have to figure it out. And then my mom was like, well, we'll figure it out later, I'm busy. I'm like, they're probably going to sell out later when people get home. You realize that, for one. For two, it's Cyber Monday, it's not Cyber Tuesday. So for you to tell me to do all this fucking research I spent hours on to figure out later, I'm like, you're either paying money for the Ring doorbell, the nice ones, and getting two, or at least one, or you buy the basic ones, you gotta plug in the wall. That's where you're at right now. All the other ones are wired. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't wire them in. You can't plug it in. I have a plug outside. I can plug it in if you want to do it that way, but you're succumb to the elements. I mean, it's covered, but it's still going to rain sideways. So the plug is down low, so you have to run the wire down low. So it's obviously easier somewhere to go and cut the wire, versus like you have the wireless camera up. So like I gave you all the links. If you do the WYZE camera, you also need the mount, which is $10, and you also need the memory card, which is $10. WYZE wants you to sell you their memory card, which is 32 gigs, which says it does it 48 hours for $10. Or you can buy the SanDisk version, which is weatherproof. Not that it matters, it's inside, but you're getting double the memory for the same price. So obviously you're going to buy the SanDisk one, plug it in, right? So for the WYZE camera, it's like $50 without tax and shipping for one camera with the mount and SD card. Tons of memory, and that's a good deal. You can mount it outside eventually if you want to later, but then you gotta plug it in. So the problem is WYZE needs to make wireless ones, and Ring needs to make better resolution ones, and Ring also needs to make the floodlight camera wireless and not wired. That would be the ideal option. If you made a Ring floodlight camera Pro that's wireless, that you can literally just stick up there with a sticky pad or a magnet. Like Ring needs to make a magnet like SCOSCHE. Ring and SCOSCHE need to get together and make a magnet for the back. You stick in the window like this, completely wireless, have a floodlight camera that's not 300 lumens. That's what you need to do. Or at least make that whole thing wireless. It's like all the bundles had one thing but not the other. So hours in racking my brain, and I basically gave you options because there's only like 100 and whatever 30 options on Amazon. They're all crappy shit ones. Like my mom bought me a stupid camera that you plug in the light bulb socket. That thing just got hot and started clicking. That's all it ever did, and it was a waste of $20. I'm like, I literally told her, I'm not doing this Temu camera garbage. I'm like, you gotta buy something different. I even looked at Anker ones. Anker ones do not have any option available either. They're wired, or the wireless ones are just not gonna work. they have one close. It's a solar one, which has a light on there and a camera. But there's no battery built in. So being that it's under an awning, I don't think it's going to get enough sunlight. I could leave it in the sun and let it charge up for 2 hours, gets 24 hours, it says. So that's an option. And Anker, but that doesn't include the hard drive with it either. So, because Anker, I think that thing has like 1 terabyte, so you'd never have to worry about it. So Anker and WYZE needs to fix their shit, because if they all just did one little thing to each of them, we'd have the most amazing cameras ever. But you're gonna make me rack my brain for hours and figure this out, only to realize you don't